So welcome guys, let's do another battle cast. This time I'm playing the Tomb Kings and I'm facing up against the High Elves. So this was a great game. Let's directly start with my army composition, but I will do something new in my battle casts. I will talk less about the army deployment of both armies, that you are going to see more of the fight. So I will do my best that the introduction in the beginning of both armies is shorter. So I will just talk about the key units of both armies. So in the middle over here we have Chosen of the Gods, Ushabti with Great Bow, nothing new, all of you know. Really a key unit in my opinion are these Ushabti over here. So the Tomb Kings have a lack of AP values on the infantry core. So in my opinion these Ushabti causing a very good amount of armor piercing damage, so they are really important against the High Elves, and all of you know you need a lot of AP damage against the High Elves. Then I brought a Necrotect, because the Necrotect has in my opinion also a quite good amount of AP damage. So we have 120. That is not much. It's okay for a hero, but also the bonus versus infantry, and this will add up. So against the High Elves, in my opinion, Necrotect can be a really good support for your infantry army. Then I have a front line of Skeleton Spearmen. They're at least a little bit more steady. Of course, their P values are horrific. We have just 6, but they have a bonus versus large of 13, so against large enemies they are doing well, and also they have a silver shield. Then I brought a Tomb Scorpion, also in my opinion quite important, because you need as I said, a lot of armor piercing damage. So the amount of armor piercing over here is also very good. So we have 270 and also bonus versus infantry of 10. So as I said, very important that you bring, in addition to your infantry core, AP monsters with AP damage and stuff like that. When we have Tomb Guards over here, at least a little bit more steady, good amount of melee defense of 41. And yeah, my lord is Archon the Black, and a Tomb Prince anti-large, nothing more to say about that. So let's go to my opponent. And what we have over here in the front line, Lawthorn Seaguard with shield, archers with light armor, and Lawthorn Seaguard, very good, also nothing special. Then we have spearmen, so a very cheap infantry core. I think this decision is okay. You can also bring White Lines of Grace. In my opinion, would be maybe a little bit better to bring more White Lines of Grace, but the spearmen are cheap, of course, and they're able to hold the line for some time against Tomb King infantry. Then we have a Sun Dragon over here, also not bad against the Tomb Kings. Tyrion on foot. Okay, I would bring at least always on a horse. Then we have an Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower in the back line, spearmen, and on each side a group of Phoenix Guard, what is quite good against all these monsters. So you need, in my opinion, it's also a key unit of this match. Phoenix Guard, always important, especially against the Tomb Kings, against all these monsters, these the Necrosphinx and Cameron Wall Sphinx, and also the Ushabti and all that stuff. These guys are really important, in my opinion, a key unit. And far away on the Vanguard deployment I also brought in addition Skeleton Horsemen, but I know in this matchup they are really not really the best pick, because they are really a low tier cavalry unit and causing of course no armor piercing damage whatsoever, and also against Dragon Princes they will lose very bad. So in my opinion it isn't, you have to be really careful, it isn't the best pick, even if these guys are very cheap. I think you can deploy one unit for 400 credits, but even though quite dangerous. Okay, let's start with the game, and you can see I already started this sneak attack, and I noticed of course that my opponent don't mention my Skeleton Horseman in the back line, or don't notice my Skeleton Horseman over here. So it was easy for me to directly to kill the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower. So nice charge in here, killed the cannon crew, and meanwhile we have a frontline fight, or a charge in the front line. Of course, a heavy fight with the archers, so he has more firing power with all these archers, Lothar and Seaguards and so on. So it was really difficult for my Ushabti with Great Poe to take out all his archers, because of course I directly started to shoot on his archers that are not going to take too much damage with my infantry corps. Also here you can see the Ushabti joining now the fight against the spearmen. Of course, in my opinion, maybe this is a good decision to bring a lot of spearmen against, especially against Ushabti and all these monsters. The scorpion over here, this tomb scorpion. So in my opinion, this can be a quite good decision to bring a lot of spearmen over here. You can see still a lot of fire going down on my front line with all these archers and Lothar and Seagard. But meanwhile I also damaged the archers much with my Ushabti over here, and I think the better choice is for him to shoot also on my Ushabti with Great Bow in the last line over here. So they have a huge firing range. Let's take a short look over here. We have a firing range of 255, and the firing range of the normal archers with light armor is 180. So the range is very much more than the range of the Lothar and Seaguard or archers over here. So this is an advantage. So meanwhile you can see I was heavily damaged from the fire dragon with Archon the Black. So of course I had to run away, and of course I also noticed that, and I started to shoot with the Ushabti, with the Chosen of the Gods on this dragon. So I thought I have to kill this dragon very fast over here. So Fate of Buna goes down on the Phoenix Guard, of course the most expensive unit on this battlefield over here. So it was really important. They are so steady, and it was really important for me to kill these guys really fast, or to damage it with Fate of Buna. And this worked really well. So opponents that bring a lot of high tier infantry are getting very punished from the Law of Death with Fate of Buna. So they are melting away because of this. Tyrion fighting here in the middle, very steady against my Ushabti and my Spearmen and Tomb Prince and stuff like that. But over the time he gets a lot of damage. You can see the leadership drops tremendous. Of course he now gets a buff from the Stand Your Ground, but overall he's surrounded by enemy troops. The Eagle Club Bolt Thrower was not offline, unfortunately, even if charging in the beginning was very good. You can see still online, still shooting. Of course this was a problem that I don't took the Eagle Club Bolt Thrower out, so I decided I have to kill the Eagle Club Bolt Thrower now. So I sent my Archon the Black to kill everything here. You can see Fiery Breath going down, and also over here Tyrion starting to rout. So it took a lot of damage, especially from a Tomb Prince, of course, also. So we have a charge in now with the Fire Dragon, Sun Dragon, sorry. And there's a wide fight going on. And as I said, the most important unit over here in the infantry is the Phoenix Guard. Very steady. I don't have too much tools to kill the Phoenix Guard, so my infantry won't kill the Phoenix Guard, and also my Ushabti are not able to do this. So this was a big problem for me to take out the Phoenix Guard. So I just can do it with Fate of Buna, and over the time if I kill all his other units. So it wasn't that easy. So a lot of, as I said, a lot of my units fighting his Phoenix Guard, and of course over the time the damage would add up, but they are really able to kill a lot of a lot of my units, so it's very difficult for the Tomb King infantry to take out these high elite units. So Phoenix Guard is very important in this matchup. If you're facing up against the Tomb Kings, bring Phoenix Guards. 2 units at least, always bring that. So Sun Dragon goes down, is dead now. Took a lot of damage from my Sharptie with Great Bow. And then we have now here a guerrilla fight, you can say, on this side. The Spearman fighting my Sharptie. Took a lot of damage always from the archers. And as you can see, now my Tomb Scorpion started to chase the archers. And now there's a wild fight going on. The Phoenix Guard here is still steady, still really healthy. You can see very good. You can see fighting against a lot of my units, against the Tomb Guards and the Spearmen and all that stuff, as I said. And also against these Ushabti, the Phoenix Guard is really good.
Courage has failed us.
A huge problem, of course, of the High Elves is that the archers and the Northern Sea Guard lack really in armor-piercing missile damage. So if you have heavily armored units, like the monsters, like the Tomb Scorpion and Necrosphinx and all that stuff, it is really difficult or not so easy for the archers to take them out. So as I said, they are very heavily armored, all these Tomb King monsters. So, and the archers don't have too much armor-piercing missile damage. But against the infantry, the damage is very good, because the Tomb King infantry is not so heavily armored over here. The Northern Sea Guard are really good in fighting enemy monsters. You can see in this example over here, they are really able to hold the line against his Tomb Scorpion, even if after a time that damage will add up. So he will be able to kill his Northern Sea Guard. But overall, Northern Sea Guard is really strong. They are anti-large, and especially against these monsters over here, they're really able to hold the line for some time, or also to damage enemy monsters and cavalry and stuff like that. My Ushabti, my Chosen of the Gods, are fighting now in melee combat because they run out of ammunition. Also the melee stats are not that bad, so I have over 30 melee attack and the melee defense is over 40, 45, and this is quite okay. So they are also able to perform quite decent melee combat. Tomb Kings now charging in against these archers, and they should be able to take out these guys. Of course, still take a lot of damage from these archers in the background, but overall that it looks quite good. We have here Skeleton Spearmen fighting against the Spearmen of the High Elves. The balance of power shifting more and more in on my side. So as I said, I think okay, Spearmen should perform quite decent. Also Phoenix Guard should perform superior, but you need a lot of at least other power stuff like the dragons. So I think the Sun Dragon died in this matchup really fast, and I think this is the problem also. So I would bring against the Tomb Kings at least 2 groups of Dragon Princes, in my opinion.
Our will is tested.
Of course, Dragon Princes are not able or not so good against enemy Tomb King monsters, against, for example, here this Tomb Scorpion. But against the infantry they perform really superior, and also against the Tomb King cavalry, what is quite useless, Skeleton Horsemen over here. So I think in this matchup this was a big mistake to bring these Skeleton Horsemen. As you can see, they died really fast. Ushabti always good, can see that on kills. Tomb Scorpion also need this AP damage over here. Chosen of Gods, all of you know, are really a round unit, really strong. Tomb Guards also performed really good. You can see this wasn't that bad. And standard unit, the Skeleton Spearmen. So I think the build is overall quite okay. As I can say, the Skeleton Horseman, you can leave these guys out. I'm not so sure about the Necrotect. He died really fast, just 23 kills, so it wasn't really worth it in my opinion. On his side you can see the Phoenix Guard, incredible strong, always bring Phoenix Guard against the Tomb Kings. Of course you get punished from Fate of Buna, but it's even though it's worth it in my opinion. Lawthorn Sea Guard, Archers okay. The Sundragon killed a lot of models by my opinion. If you would live longer in this match, it would be much more difficult for me to win it. But anyway, thank you for that match. It was a lot of fun, and thank you for tuning in. And we see you on the next Battlecast. Let me know what you think in the comments, and have a nice evening.